Yeah. Has Billy been nice to you? I know I haven't seen him during this whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, definitely a kid, definitely kind of annoying.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I know I've spent the night over at your house many, many times, Mrs. Jones, but, I feel like we don't really know each other that well. Like, tell me about yourself. What exactly is it that you do for work?
So pretty much for work, I'm a financial advisor. So I help small businesses just figure out their finances, make sure everything's in order, and link them up to other people that can help them in different areas of their business as well.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, and is that what you studied in college? Like, did you always know that you wanted to be a financial advisor, or just kind of you came in your lap and you ran with it?
I kind of knew that I wanted to go into business. I wasn't quite sure. And I actually had a moment there where I wanted to be a ice skating teacher in my life. And then I kind of like went to college. I actually studied business information systems in college, but just kind of decided that the finance field was for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it is that I want. So that gives me a lot of confidence that you love your job right now and it wasn't what you initially thought. So that gives me some hope in myself. But I know that you're married, and how long have you and your husband been together now?
Actually, almost like 20 years.
Wow, and you're not sick of him yet, apparently. I see that. So that's awesome. How did you guys meet? Like, what's your story?
We actually we met at our job. So
Oh,
I was like right out of college. We met at our job, and yeah.
awesome. Well, that's so amazing that, Billy gets to see both of you guys together for that long. Beautiful love story for him to live up to for that. Now, did you guys grow up in Florida or did you move here from somewhere else?
We moved from New Jersey actually about like 12 years ago.
Yeah, what brought you to Florida?
Honestly, the good weather. And at the time, my parents were actually moving over here as well. So I knew that I would want some help with the kids and wanted them to be involved.
Awesome. Oh, well, Mrs. Jones, that's awesome. And thank you for sharing that with me. And I want to respect your time. So I definitely don't want to take too much of your time today. And I just want to thank you so, so, so much for taking the time to see my presentation. It really means a lot to me. Let me tell you a little bit more about me. Is it okay if I share some of my goals with you?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you sure?
Hmm.
Okay, awesome. So let me find my goals page here. Beautiful. So I would have already sent this out in my confirmation email. But let me tell you a little bit more about me. So as my name is Amanda Swanson and I graduated from Gulf High School. I was fifth in my class. I played basketball back in the day for 14 years and swimming as well. So currently, I'm working on pursuing my dreams of becoming a professional singer. It's something I've always dreamed of when I was young. And if you don't go for it, like you never know. So it's been my main focus as of right now, and I'm looking to make a profitable business out of it. I've been able to do a lot of parties and gigs for some of my customers, just like yourself, actually, and just be able to share some of my music. So if you have a song in mind, let me know. I will sing it for you before the end of the appointment, and I'm all open to critiques and whatnot. But some things that I love is just being outdoors, watching the sunsets and Florida weather all around. But why I'm working here with Cutco, and I actually started showing Cutco products back in 2017, and I did it for the flexible schedules. I also enjoyed meeting new people as well as just gaining some real life work experience, because before Cutco I was working in my family business. My mom owns a dog grooming shop and I shave dogs, so I wanted to kind of make my own way and do my own professional endeavor. So it came in my lap. I got a letter in the mail. That's how I found out about it. And after my first summer, I sold $30,000 worth of Cutco and I got inducted into the Leadership Academy. And then from there, I got promoted into an assistant manager, ran my first branch office in Richmond, Virginia at 19, and I coached and managed, over 100 representatives, and we did about 670 grand for that summer. So it was really a fun time. I did it again in 2019 up in Citrus County. Have you ever heard of Citrus County before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so it's like 2 hours north from Tampa and did it there as well. And now I'm working within the Tampa organization as a district operations manager. So that way I can continue building my resume and just gaining business experience since I want to own my own business anyways. And really, there's no better experience than to be working here with Cutco that I can gain for my resume. So those are pretty much the reasons why I'm working there. And part of my job is definitely not to sell you everything in the book, but part of my job, and as you know in life, Mrs. Jones, it's not about what you know, but it's about who you know. So hopefully I do my job good enough that you like me and you like Cutco. And at the end, you refer me to everyone you know, because my goal is to meet 1,000 new people for this year. And my sales goal is I'm looking to have a $10,000 push coming up for the SC2 competition just to prove to myself that I can turn it on when I want to turn it on, as well as just really give it my all until the bitter end. Every single ounce of effort that I have. And for 2020, my goal is to be financially independent. I don't want to have to rely on my mom for anything ever. I have a single mom and I want to make a family for my children that there is no worries about money. They can do whatever they want to and just live my life debt free and financially free. And I've made a lot of progress towards that. So, just thank you so, so, so much again for taking the time out of your day. It really means a lot to me. And here's some pics of my family. That was at Washington, D.C. when I was branching up in Virginia. I took them to D.C., me at one of my competitions. And this is my district team when we won nationals last year. And we're looking to do it again. It's been my absolute pleasure to be a part of this team as well as to meet you today. I mean, think about it, Mrs. Jones. I know we don't really talk that much, but if it wasn't for this demo, we wouldn't get to know each other like that. So I'm really excited to really get to know you today. So we're just going to go ahead and get started here. So have you ever heard of Cutco before, Mrs. Jones?
Yeah, like a little bit.
Okay. Do you own any, or you just heard about it through word of mouth?
I just heard about it around some of my friends have some.
Ah, I see. Okay. Well, yeah, 1 in 7 houses have Cutco, and it's really an awesome, awesome thing. And I'm warning you, Mrs. Jones, I know over the phone I said that you don't have to buy anything, and you don't have to by any means, but I'm warning you. Cutco is freaking awesome. So you might want to hide your credit cards right now because I'm sure you don't have $5,000 underneath the pillow for 2 to 3 knives from the knife girl today. But just all I ask is that if you see anything you like, definitely let me know and keep an open mind because I'll give you the best deal possible. Can we do that today?
Yep.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and here. And Mrs. Jones, since it's been a while since I've done a demonstration, I'm going to be reading from my manual. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So like I said, over the phone, you don't have to get anything, but if you do see something, you can get it today. And not only would you be helping get a great product, but you'd also be helping me out towards my goals. And I'm able to work only through referrals, as I mentioned. So my biggest goal today is that you like me and Cutco enough to refer me to some of your friends. And Cutco's awesome. You can buy sets or pieces, and we have a ton of gifts and accessories. And we also have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. So just so I know, do you cook because you like to, have to, or do you love cooking?
Honestly, I just have to cook.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Jones, you are going to love Cutco. So the first part of my presentation is a short video that shows the quality of Cutco. And after that, I'll show you the pieces in our basic set. But a few things to know is that these are all real customers. And some of them have had Cutco for decades. And notice the forever guarantee. This is what makes us a top selling brand in North America. I mean, what else can you buy once, use every day? It saves you money and you have it forever. And just a quick reminder to double check that your volume is turned up so you can hear everything okay. So we're going to skip the video just for time's sake. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the after the video ends. So Mrs. Jones, I'm going to start by showing you the pieces in our most popular set, which is called the Homemaker Plus 8. It's perfect for those who have to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen here for you. Okay, so You can buy individual pieces, Mrs. Jones, but most customers agree that over a lifetime, sets are just a much better value. It's important to have the right tool for the right situation because of safety and efficiency. And we have two larger set options for customers who love to cook, called the Ultimate and the Signature. But since you said you have to cook, I'm just going to show you our basic set, which is the most popular, and it's called the Homemaker Plus 8. It has the minimum number of tools to do 100% of the jobs in your kitchen as efficiently as possible. It's the best value for your average family, and it starts with your paring knife, okay? So, Mrs. Jones, this is Cutco's Air Knife. It has a long handle, and it makes peeling and paring comfortable. So, as we watch the video, Mrs. Jones, when you peel your oranges, does it look like that?
No, not usually.
Look at how smooth this is. Oh my gosh. You could like corkscrew the whole thing. Can you imagine doing that for the rest of your life?
That's crazy.
Yeah, awesome. So do you ever do this here and there? Do you ever sometimes maybe like take the skin off of stuff for the kids?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, you would definitely use that one for sure. So, Mrs. Jones, this is great for small jobs in the air like apples, strawberries, bananas, but rarely on the cutting board, which is why you have your trimmer. Okay? So, this is your small utility knife for some small fruits and vegetables. So, Mrs. Jones, what happens when you cut a tomato with the knives that you have?
It usually smushes a little bit.
Yeah. That's what all my customers tell me. But watch this. It is mind-blowing. Do you see this, Mrs. Jones? Look at how thin those slices of tomatoes are. You'll never have to bite into a big old thick piece of tomato in a sandwich again. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen that before? Look at how clean that is. Just make it up for taco night, dice them up into small stuff. Do you ever sometimes cut, tomatoes and small fruits?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you would use the trimmer all the time. So everyone loves the versatility of the trimmer, but it's never used for spreading or serving. So that's why you have your spatula spreader. And Mrs. Jones, this is my personal favorite. This thing is so cool. So it has a wide, flexible double D edge. Here, let me turn the volume down a little bit. So it has a wide, flexible double D edge on this piece, which allows you to cut, serve, and spread sandwiches, bagels, lasagnas, and cake. It's also perfect for getting peanut butter and jelly out of a jar with super smooth spreading, or getting brownies, out of the pan, but you'll never use it on meats or large vegetables, which is why I'll show you the next tool in a moment. But check this out. My grandma loves doing this. She loves a spatula spreader. Look at how smooth that is. Imagine baking brownies like that and just doing this. Watch the perfectly even spread. Oh, so beautiful, Mrs. Jones. Usually I have to go back like 2 or 3 times into the jar to get the same amount of jelly onto my PB&J. So the spatula spreader makes it super easy. Here, we'll check it out on a cake as well. Do you ever sometimes make sandwiches for the kids?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's like
gosh.
a favorite. That's the easiest thing for me to make for lunch for them.
I know, right? Imagine doing it about 1/3 of the time and just using one knife for everything versus one knife for the mayo, one knife for the meats. You just get it all done in one. I use it personally a lot for avocados. Guacamole, spatula spreader makes it so easy. So it's never used on meats or larger vegetables, which is why you have your petite carver and the turning fork. So this is your large utility knife, and this is your everyday meat knife for chicken as well as small roasts. And it's also great for large summer fruits. Mrs. Jones, do you ever buy a whole pineapple from the store?
Honestly, not anymore. I just couldn't
Why?
even go through the effort of cutting it up.
If it was this easy, would you buy a whole pineapple?
Probably.
Yeah. Plus, it saves you money, right? Don't pay the grocery store to cut up your food for you. Just get it done super easy. Oh, that is just so beautiful. This blows my mind every single time. And I don't know about you, but I'm a little hungry, just watching these videos right here, cutting around the pulp. That is a squash. Ms. Jones, do you ever sometimes do like a squash and like maybe a stew or some veggies that
Oh,
are stewed?
definitely. That's like one of my favorites.
Oh, look at how easy this is with the petite carver. Check this out. This is a cantaloupe. So just cut off the side so that way it doesn't roll around. Oh my goodness. One slice.
Yeah. I would
Literally mind
definitely use it
blown.
on like fruits or veggies. I'm not really a meat person, but
Hey, that's totally cool. That's why it's used for those morning fruits as well. It has multiple uses. The petite carver, that's why it comes in your set. So do you see why the petite carver comes in your set too, Mrs. Jones?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, so it's great for all of that, but none of the pieces so far are for the larger foods. So that's why you have your butcher's knife. I know you said you don't really eat meat, but check out this on some larger fruits. This is a pineapple. And we're about to samurai slice this pineapple, and you've got to just see it to believe it. So we call this in my office, we call it Big Nasty, because Big
Oh,
Nasty just demolishes and annihilates everything it comes in contact with. Look at that melon. The
ooh.
perfect piece for a hot summer day in Florida, because it is way too damn hot outside right now. Oh, when you cut water, do you ever cut watermelons, Mrs. Jones?
Yeah, yeah, it's actually one of my favorite things to do for my kids.
Yeah. Did you see how easy that was with the, oh,
Oh, wow.
wow, that's crazy. Mind blowing. Have you ever seen that before?
No, never.
Yeah. Well, it's possible with the butcher's knife. Not recommended at home, though. Probably not the safest thing. So it's perfect for, anything that's really difficult to cut, but it's not a chopping knife, which is why you have your petite chef. So
Ooh.
the high knuckle clearance makes it comfortable and safer for dicing, mincing, and chopping. So it's great for the 6 S's. Do you know how long it took me to memorize this, Mrs. Jones? Like 6 months, a little tongue twister. But it's perfect for soup, salad, stuffing, stew, stir fry, and salsa. So when you're cutting, never hit your knuckles on the cutting board. Do you ever sometimes maybe like chop up some stuff
Oh,
for
yeah.
salads and whatnot?
Oh, yeah. I told you we are very much vegetable and fruit people.
Oh, yeah, you would love this piece. Do you see why it comes in the set?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's perfect for chopping, but not slicing. So that's why you have your slicer. So this is the best bread knife in the world. Do you ever sometimes, ooh, too far ahead. But do you ever sometimes maybe like get the French bread from the stores?
Yeah.
When you cut it and it just crumbles?
Delicious.
Watch this. The slicer, this is literally going in the middle of the bread and not squishing it by any means. Do you see that clean cut, Mrs. Jones?
Oh.
Imagine cutting bread like that for the rest of your life. Yeah, super awesome, right? But it's perfect for, breads, shredding lettuce, cutting cakes, as well as slicing boneless meats. But it's not really for anything on a bone, and that's why you have your master carving set. So this is like your spare tire, Mrs. Jones. You're not going to use it every single day, but you'll definitely be glad that you'll have it. Do you ever barbecue or host family dinners sometimes?
Yeah, I told you, not really meat people, but my family is. It's always on me to do the turkey for Thanksgiving, and it's always on me to do the barbecue for 4th of July. So definitely.
Oh, yeah. You'll definitely need this for all of that barbecue, big roast, family occasions. And having both forks in the set is important. The turning fork picks food up while the carving fork holds the meat down and it's wide enough to go around the bones. So, can you see how over a lifetime you're going to use every tool in the set?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So the last thing that I'm going to show you are the table knives. So to complete your set, your table knives are used for every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The wide blade and the rounded tip makes it safer and great for spreading. And it also has a double D edge, so it cuts like a steak knife. But check this out. That was a normal steak knife. Watch the Cutco table knife. Did you see that,
Wow.
Mrs. Jones? Don't blink. You'll miss it. Crazy. And now this is leather, so hopefully your steaks, I know you don't eat meat, but when you sometimes do, it doesn't come out looking like that. This is a
No.
normal steak knife again. It's just totally squishing it. Really uncomfortable, and that sound gives me the goosebumps. But check that out. Oh,
It's crazy.
so cool. Absolutely. So this was actually the first knife I fell in love with, Mrs. Jones. I used to sneak these in my purse and bring them to restaurants because I refused to learn to use the restaurant table knives. And we recommend 2 table knives per family member. So you have 3 kids, right?
Yep, 3 kids.
3 kids and you and your husband. So yeah,
Yep.
this is the perfect set. It comes with 8. So let's see. Now we do have our 2 larger set options. Okay, this is called the signature set and the ultimate set. The medium set, the signature set, comes with 10 table knives, and the ultimate comes with 12. So it's perfect for the holidays and or when you just have company over the house in general. So, or if you just don't want to run the dishwasher constantly, you'll have some extra table knives. Now, obviously, Mrs. Jones, it would be very dangerous to have really sharp knives just floating around in a drawer.
Oh yeah.
So, our sets, they come with a solid oak wood block, and it looks really amazing on the counters, as well as storage trays that are available to go right into the drawer as well. And they can also be mounted on the wall. So our sets come with a free cutting board. It is so important to use a soft plastic cutting board because glass, granite, marble cutting boards, they're way too hard and they'll dull your knives. So then we have the entertainment pack, Mrs. Jones. So to complement your homemaker set, we also have these incredible gadgets. Our 4-piece entertainment pack has comfort grip handles and is, of course, forever guaranteed. So it comes with our 4 most popular gadgets and all in one pack. So we're going to play these short videos one at a time, and it starts with the peeler, and it peels in both directions. Oh my gosh. Love her accent. Very catchy. So yeah, you can literally do a whole carrot in a third of the time, and it's super addicting. Like I do this sometimes, and I'll just sit there and just do it just because it's fun. So check out the ice cream scooper. Oh my! Do you eat ice cream, Mrs. Jones? You and your
Yeah,
kids?
that's like my weakness.
Ice cream? Man,
Yeah.
what do you do if it's freezer burnt? Do you put it in the microwave? Are you one of those people?
No, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. I just have to let it sit out for a little bit.
I've heard people do that before. It blows my mind every
Oh,
single time. And that those are the people that buy the ice cream scooper. Put their ice cream in the microwave. This is the pizza cutter. I'm sure you guys eat lots of pizzas. That's every kid's favorite food. But the cool thing about the pizza cutter, Mrs. Jones, is that it comes apart just like that. You know how it gets really crusty around like the center? Yeah, this problem is eliminated with the pizza cutter. And this is my other personal favorite knife, the cheese knife. Mrs. Jones, this knife is holy, so you can bring it to church with you. And it's perfect. Do you ever cut the cheese sometimes, Mrs. Jones?
Oh, Amanda, so funny.
Yeah, it's okay if you do. I won't judge you. So that's a cheese knife. It's perfect for anything that's really starchy or sticky. So it has holes so cheese doesn't stick to it. And it's also really great for potatoes, apples, and pepperoni. And this thing is freaking awesome. I use it all the time. But Mrs. Jones, let me review why so many people choose to invest in a set of Cutco. So let me X out up here. Ooh. Okay, so scrolling down. Set options, boom. So, Mr. Jones, let me review why so many people choose to invest in a set of Cutco. Well, you'll always have sharp American-made knives, so they're comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is also guaranteed to last forever, so it would be the last set of knives that you would ever have to buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less. So if it saves $60 a month, Mrs. Jones, write that down. So if it saves $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year. And if you multiply that over 25 years, Mrs. Jones, you will save $18,000. And there are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Well, Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job, and Cutco sets have built-in discounts, so it's cheaper. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or a tray, and we also have interest-free monthly investment options, so you wouldn't have to pay for it all at once. So, Mrs. Jones, we're going to go ahead and go to this slide right here. So, let's go ahead right here where you see a Wusthof and Schön comparison. So when it comes to high quality cutlery, it's just as with anything else. And there's a wide variety of quality and prices. So Cutco is only top rated, so we can only compare to the highest quality brands. And I have a price comparison for our top competitors, Wusthof and Schön. Have you ever heard of them before?
Uh, yeah, like maybe like Williams Sonoma.
Yeah, okay. That's where you can find them. You wouldn't have heard about them unless you were looking for nice knives in a store like Williams and Sonoma. So each brand, these high quality sets, they're made overseas and they're two of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets, which range in price, but Wusthof is the most popular. So, Mrs. Jones, go ahead and write this down. Or go ahead and write this down. So the price for the Wusthof set is $3,435. Now, sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,000, as you see right there. Now, there are some major differences between these brands and Cutco. Well, Wusthof has mostly straight edges, so they need to be sharpened, which is a hassle. They're not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty is only on manufacturing defects. Now, in comparison, Cutco has our wedge lock handle, exclusive double D stay sharp edge, and we also have our 4-part forever guarantee, which includes the free shipping. So Cutco owners, Mrs. Jones, they'll tell you that it is 10 times better than any knives they've ever used, and just considering the quality and the unique features. Now, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Wusthof. And when something offers twice the quality and value and lasts forever, you would expect it to be twice the price, right? Yeah. So at twice the price, you're talking over $4,000 for your set of Cutco. But let me go ahead and show you what you get. So as I said earlier, your Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week, and it has the 10 basic tools that I explained earlier, the 8 table knives, the wood block, and a sharpener for the straight edges. Now, if you were considering a set of Cutco, Mrs. Jones, would you prefer the Bugatti Black or the Versace White?
I really like the white, Amanda.
Yeah, Versace White, that would look amazing on your counters. Now, the great thing is that it doesn't cost $4,000, Mrs. Jones. Write that down. It doesn't cost $4,000. And in fact, it doesn't even cost as much as the Wusthof price of $3,435. So you can just draw an X there. And Mrs. Jones, draw one more X on the sales price of $2,000. It's not even as much as the sales price. Okay? Literally, Mrs. Jones, are you ready for this? Okay. So your whole homemaker set today is just $13.26. Write that down. $13.26. Paid in full, which includes the shipping. But most of our customers, they take advantage of our 5-month interest-free easy pay option, which that's only $287 today, and that includes tax. So go ahead and draw a circle around $287. And Mrs. Jones, we even have a buy now bonus where if you buy now, I can give you the entertainment pack or a pair of super shears for free. But Mrs. Jones, I would not be doing my job if I didn't ask you, would you like to try out your very own homemaker set today and entitle yourself to some free gifts?
You know, Amanda, I really would like to, but I just can't right now with everything going on. Like, I just feel like I couldn't do it. Like, you did such a great job on your presentation. I just don't think it's the right time for me.
Hey, no problem, Mrs. Jones. You know, I definitely understand. Now, you did like Cutco, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And if you had it, would you use it?
Probably every day.
Okay. Well, you know, Mrs. Jones, if I'm hearing you right, you like Cutco and you would use it. So what about the homemaker set is it that you're unsure of?
Honestly, Amanda, it's just the price. I just don't think that I could do the price today. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Jones, no problem. I totally understand. And let's be honest here, Mrs. Jones. Do you see yourself carving turkeys every single day?
No, probably only once or twice a year.
Yeah, exactly. Barely, if ever. And are you constantly, you don't even eat meat, so you're not deboning meats, and are you cutting melons all the time?
No.
Okay. Well, Mrs. Jones, I would not be doing my job if I didn't show you this next set right here. So this is your Galley Plus 6 set. Oop. So this is your Galley Plus 6 set. So it's a few less knives, but it's a lot less money. And in fact, Consumers Digest, they thought this was the best buy in the entire catalog. So it's the perfect starter set, and it'll take care of all your needs because it doesn't make sense to spend money on things you wouldn't use, right? So as you can see, it still has the paring knife, tomato knife, trimmer for the small stuff, spatula for the sandwiches, a meat knife, a serving piece, a veggie chopper, and a bread knife. And it still comes with 6 table knives. So it's a few less knives for a lot less money. And instead of paying Mrs. Jones $13.26 for the homemaker set, your galley plus 6 set is only $9.57. Go ahead and write that down. Your galley plus 6 set is only $9.57, or it's just $207 for 5 months, interest free. $207 for 5 months, which is interest free, which that breaks down to just $52 a week. That's $1.72 a day. You could probably scratch that up in your car. Do you feel like this set works a little bit better for you, Mrs. Jones?
Piece-wise, yeah. I think it's a little bit too much, Amanda, still.
Hey, Mrs. Jones, no problem. And you did like Cutco, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, please don't mistake, my enthusiasm for Cutco is me being pushy or rude. I just love Cutco, and I think that everyone deserves an opportunity to own it. So I would not be doing my job if I didn't at least show you all of your options. So out of the galley plus 6 set, would you use the block?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many table knives do you feel like you'd use?
Probably like 4 or 5.
Okay. And out of the knives in the set, which tool do you feel like you would use the least?
Definitely that fork.
The fork? Cool. Well, Mrs. Jones, let me show you this next set over here that I think might even work better for you. So this is your Essentials plus 5 set, hence the name Essentials. It's the essentials for the kitchen. So this set, few less knives, a lot less money. I call these the Chipotle sets because me and my friends, we spend more at Chipotle a week than these sets cost to own. So your Essentials plus 5 set comes with 5 table knives. So that's just enough for everyone in the family. Still comes with your paring knife, something for the sandwiches, something for the smaller fruits and veggies in the morning, as well as some of the roast when you do that, and a chopping knife. And it still comes with a block and a cutting board. So Mrs. Jones, instead of paying $9.57 for your galley set, your Essentials set, that's just, let me go ahead and pull up the price, $7.99 in full. So go ahead and write that down. That's just $7.99 in full. But on the 5-month plan, just a fifth of the deposit, that's just $162 today. Circle that, $162 today, which that's just $41 a week. That's like an extra tank of gas. So Mrs. Jones, do you feel like this option works a little bit better for you? Did you want to get that today?
I still just don't really like the fork, I would say.
What about the studio set? That one doesn't have the fork. I totally forgot that you said you didn't like the fork. So here, let me just go ahead and give you the price. It comes with everything in the set but the fork and the chef's knife for chopping. So
Okay.
that one is just $6.38. And if you want to write down $130 and circle that, that's just $32 a week. So that one does not have the fork. This one has to work for you.
Yep, Amanda, that's my one. That's my set.
Awesome. Well, Mrs. Jones, virtual high five. Congratulations. You are a Cutco owner and you're going to love your Cutco. So let me go ahead and ring that up for you. But before I go ahead and ring that up for you, let me show you some of the gifts and accessories that we have here to offer. So, okay. So we're going to start by making your wish list super quick, Mrs. Jones. And these aren't necessarily things that you're going to buy today, but just as a rep, I'll be able to keep track of what you like for future reference. So for those who are following along with me, I'm underneath gifts and accessories now. Okay. So basically what we'll do here is if Cutco were free, you just let me know anything you would want to add to your set. Also, of course, the more you buy, the more you save. So don't be afraid of adding something because it may end up coming for free with your order anyways. So if we go to a section and you have no interest in all, just tell me to skip it, no problem. But in your notebook, go ahead and write down Mrs. Jones's wish list. So let's go ahead and talk about the table knives first and foremost. Do you ever host holidays or have company over the house? A lot of customers quickly realize that, oh wait, I just realized I totally skipped over that. But do you ever have company come over the house?
Yeah, like I said, I host like most of the family dinners. Unfortunately, it's always like put on me to do.
Oh, yeah. Definitely need a lot of table knives for sure then. So a lot of customers realize pretty quickly that after they get their Cutco that their table knives are always in the dishwasher because of how often they use them. So it's very common for people to add an extra 6, 8, or 12 to their order to keep extras in their block and a tray or just stored in the drawer. So that way when the company comes over, you're not having to choose, who gets the good knives around the table and who's left with the old ones. Do you think you could use some extra table knives?
Yeah, I think I would use probably like an extra. Well, I see here it says buy three get one free, so I'd probably do that.
Cool. Yeah, just go ahead and jot that down on your wish list, and I'll make a mental note here too. So next we have the wine opener. So the wine opener is super cool. It also has a bottle opener on the side, so it can stand upright on the counter without rolling or tipping, and it's a great gift for someone who loves wine but would never treat themselves to a high quality wine opener. So I know I love me some fine wine, and this thing is awesome. Use it all the time. So, Mrs. Jones, do you feel like the wine opener is something you'd want to put on your wish list?
That's okay, Amanda.
Sure. So we have the can opener. It's super smooth and it's a wheel action. It leaves no sharp edges. So strong magnets hold the lid after removing it. So that way, if you're doing a can of tuna, your hands don't smell like low tide. Do you feel like you would use a can opener on your wish list in the future sometime?
Yeah, I'll add that on.
Awesome. So the entertainment pack comes with our four eeh, most customer recommended gadgets, including the most sought after cheese knife, and they're super comfortable as well as easy to use. And if your hands are wet, the wet grip is even better. And the comfort grip handles never crack or peel, and they're completely dishwasher safe, just like everything else that Cutco makes. Obviously, we talked about the entertainment pack earlier in the demonstration, so I'm going to skip for cheese knives. So scroll down to cheese knives, ladies and gents. So we have a few different style of cheese knives in addition to the ones that came in the entertainment pack, and they all have a micro double D edge. So they're great for all different types of cheese, and of course, but also for tomatoes, lemons, limes, apples, and cutting raw potatoes for hash browns or homemade French fries. So these are the different cheese knives. I know you got one in your entertainment pack, Mrs. Jones, but do any of these catch your eye as well?
I'm okay.
Cool. Well, Mrs. Jones, good flatware isn't cheap. And the reason people buy our flatware is because they'll never have to buy forks and spoons ever again. Everything is guaranteed forever. Cutco's Forever flatware is made of 18 out of 10, high quality stainless steel, so it won't tarnish even in the dishwasher. And Cutco doesn't change their design every 2 to 3 years like other flatware companies. So if you lose a couple pieces, you won't have trouble finding matching patterns. And we also use a timeless pattern that just never goes out of style. So each setting comes up with 4 pieces. So it's 2 spoons and 2 forks. Do you like any of these, the look of them?
I do. I think I would add some of those, but probably not right now. Probably later.
Cool. I'll just put on your wish list just for future reference in case a good deal comes along. I could always let you know. So the cookware is amazing and it's really, really good quality. It's American made, has the forever guarantee, and it's also the healthiest cookware you can use, and in which it makes a great investment for your family's health. So we also have great package deals with your knives as well as your cookware. So if you're looking for the best savings, I can show you what that looks like for a set of knives you liked and the cookware combined.
That's okay,
So
Amanda. I think I'm going to skip that for today.
cool. Alrighty. So we also have a video on the cookware, the different sets of them. So you just go through this, guys, with your customers. Obviously, the Cutco kitchen, gardening tools.
I think I'm good, Amanda.
Awesome. Cool. And then gift sets for the holidays. So, Mrs. Jones, before I go ahead and enter your order here, let me stop my screen share. How did you like my demo?
I loved it, Amanda. I didn't think it was going to be this fun.
Awesome. Well, great, Mrs. Jones. Go ahead and pull out your cell phone because there's one more very important part. And here's where you can really help me out a ton. So I get paid every time I show Cutco, but I can only show people that I've been personally recommended to. And I'm trying to keep my schedule full in order to achieve, my next promotion as well as selling 10K for my push. So what I need you to do is go ahead and grab your phone real quick and
Mhm.
please open your contacts and let's jot down the first 100 names that come to mind. No, I'm just
Oh.
kidding, Mrs. Jones. Don't get nervous. I'm just kidding. So, literally, just 10 people who you think might be nice enough to help me out. I'm not looking for people who you think would buy, but just nice people who would be willing to take a look. And I have a pen ready. So, who can we add first?
Probably my sister,
Cool, sister.
Jenny.
Awesome, Jenny. Who else?
I would say my mom,
Cool. So,
Laura.
we have mom. All right. So, that's two.
Yep, I have a distant cousin, really random, but his name is Max.
Okay, Max. We'll circle back for the numbers at the end, but I'll just get the names for now. So we have Jenny, Laura, Max.
Kimmy, Sarah, Deborah,
Okay. Cool. Mrs. Jones,
Rebecca.
by the way, you can help me out and build my kit. So thank you so much for those 5 recommendations. You just sponsored me. Now, if you can just come up with 5 more, you would become a double sponsor. And once I have 50 sponsors, I get a free piece of Cutco from my manager. So, or a cash bonus to help me pay for some of my school books at school. So, who else do you know? Then I would ask for 5 more, right, guys? So then, Mrs. Jones, how do you know these people?
Well, a lot of them are just like my extended family. I got family everywhere, and some of them are some of my neighbors, my friends, things like that.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for that information, Mrs. Jones. That'd be kind of awkward if I called your sister and I said, hey, your friend Jessica gave me your number and I'm actually talking to your sister. So thanks for the heads up. And also, it's a lot easier when people know that I'm calling. So can you please give them a heads up text just to let them know that I'll be reaching out and to make sure they're okay with it? So here, let me copy and paste the text. So here, boom, copy, paste. Did you receive that, Mrs. Jones?
I did.
Awesome. So if you wouldn't mind just copying and pasting and sending it out to them right now, just so I know that it got done.
Yep, all good, Amanda.
Awesome. Cool. Alrighty, guys. And Mrs. Jones, are you on Facebook by any chance?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Who isn't, honestly, nowadays? But I'm looking to get better at my social media marketing, Mrs. Jones. And thank you so, so, so much for these 10 people. It really means a lot to me. You're helping me towards my goals of reaching 1,000 new people. And a lot of times people have more contacts on their social medias than they do in their phones anyways. So would you be open to making a quick post on Facebook to help me reach larger markets of maybe people you didn't have a phone number for?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, Amanda. What do I say?
Awesome. Well, I'm going to shoot you a friend request actually right now so we can make it official. We can be best friends forever and be Facebook besties. So here, boom, found you. I just sent you a friend request and I just copy and pasted a message that I sent to you on Messenger. Did you get that?
Yep.
Awesome. And by the way, ladies and gents, this Facebook message is in your toolbox. So definitely use that. And awesome. So Jess, if you wanted to, or Mrs. Jones, if you wanted to go ahead and just put that up, you can copy and paste it into your status update and then just make sure to tag me in it so I can see the activity. So here, let me do that. Oh, I see it. Awesome. Thank you so, so, so much, Mrs. Jones. You have no idea how fun this was and how much I enjoyed speaking with you. And I will definitely keep you updated. And thank you for supporting me in my goals.
Go
My
ahead and enter the
pleasure.
sale into Rollo.
Oh, how to put this? You want me to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So let's enter your order, Mrs. Jones. Look at that. I cannot believe I forgot to enter your order. So, so we're going to go to vectorconnect.com. All right. Whoa. Where's the 3 dots? Where did it go? I'm not crazy, guys. I can't see those 3 dots to allow me to like do what I need to do.
All All right, Amanda, I got you.
Okay.
I got
All
you.
right, we'll go over it after in training.